Sec. I'm coming up with 32.33, repeating of course, percentage of survival.
Oh, that's a lot better than we usually do.
Alright, chums up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Dragons!
Well, I know what you're thinking. Why have I just shown you one of the most iconic gaming clips of all time? Well, it's because I can. Now stop bitching, and welcome to why gaming doesn't feel the same anymore. I have an answer to this question, but before we start, I want to say if anybody has any opinions of their own, please let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear them, whether you think I'm right, whether you agree with some things I say, just let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Okay, so the first thing we need to look at is, are the games getting worse than they were back in the day? Short answer, no. They're better. However, the long answer is, whilst they are better, they are not the same. Now, before pitchforks come at me for that shit point, please let me explain. When you were younger, you would get immersed into the game. I'm sure we all have memories of hopping onto the game 5 minutes later, or what seemed to be 5 minutes later. You look at the time and it'd be 3 hours from when you started playing, but you wouldn't care. You would wonder where the time went, but in all honesty, it doesn't really matter because you were having so much fun. Making memories with your friends, laughing like you'd never laughed before. But that makes you wonder, why don't you do that anymore? I'm a poet and I know it. Why aren't we making the same memories with our friends? Why aren't we having the same laughs whilst playing the games? Well, to be honest with you, it's because of life. And I know that's a bit of a shitty answer, but that is the truth. The games haven't gotten worse, and it's not because we can't play with our friends as much as we did before. No, it's purely because as we get older, more and more things become important to us. We may have relationships, jobs, bills, or other hobbies that take over gaming. The point I'm trying to make is, when we were younger, our only priority was when we were next going to be playing with our friends. But now that we're older, we have other things that make gaming just something we can do in our free time. Now, that's not to say it's the only reason. Another reason why I think this has happened is because we grew up with certain games like Borderlands, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Halo, GTA, Minecraft, Roblox. There's so many games you can list that we grew up on. But as these new games come out and these older games get older and older, it makes us less likely to play something that we were going to play 10 years ago. Mixed that with the fact that you can't play these new games as often, makes for a game where we don't make nearly as many memories as we did on the new game that we did with the old game. However, we can always go back to the games that we used to play, or even have the odd moment on the new games. But it's a lot less likely for that to happen. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that gaming has gotten worse over time. It just means it's gotten different. When we were younger, we had less priorities than we do when we're older, and that's just the way of life. Gaming used to be something that was one of our main priorities. Now it's just something that we can do when we have some time to do it. And that makes it a really weird dynamic when you do hop onto the games. Because yes, you can still have those moments with your friends where you're enjoying it. You're staying up till 5 in the morning, just having laughs and making memories. You can still have those moments. But those moments don't hit the same as when they did when you were a kid. Like, we all have nostalgia of when we used to play games. Playing Minecraft till 4 in the morning, trying to build a survival world. You know, we all have these memories of games that we used to play, and none of that is going to change. However, as we keep getting older and as new games keep coming out, we're not going to be playing the new games as much as we did when we played the old games. And that means there's less chance for those sort of memories to happen. If you guys have any disagreements with anything I've said, please let me know down in the comments, as I would love to hear what you have to say. And we are almost at 300 subscribers, so if you could subscribe, I would really appreciate it. It would mean a lot. That is all I have for today's video though. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.